Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's November 16th, 2021. I apologize for not posting a video in a bit of time here. Things have been crazy, been busy. I hurt my back for a while, and I've had some significant equipment failure. So I thought what I'd do is grab a video, and this is a video that I captured from the Skydio 2, which is an autonomous drone. What I have in my hand is a magical wand. It's like Harry Potter. I point where I want the drone to go to and ask it to follow me around. So that's what you're going to see here. So this video was the first video that I shot since springtime with the drone. We actually had a break in the weather, and I said, geez, I've got to get this drone out so I can get out here. So right now I'm walking in the one of our access roads between our central and our eastern garden plot. So to my left-hand side is the eastern garden plot, and although all of our crops have been harvested, the beans in that trellis to my left have already been harvested. They got all the beans harvested. They're out in the sugar shack right now. And I guess I'm walking around, going to go behind the workshop now as well. What you can see is the canal system. The elephants are lining the driveway there with our bioremediation canal system. And that's pond 4, right next to Elon, the excavator. And so I guess I'm going to go ahead and reposition the drone now, taking my Harry Potter wand and saying, go over in this direction, hang out up there. And so Elon has been a really beneficial tool to have on the property. And now I'm coming up on the Hulk, which is the new track loader. Both of these are Takuchi pieces of equipment, and I'll be talking more about these in future videos as well. You can see a little bit of the corner of the greenhouse, but now I'm swinging around, so I'm going to come up over pond 4 and head towards the workshop, and we'll go by the western garden plot. You can see at this time of year that most of the leaves are off of the trees at this point. There's the greenhouse. The rock beds are on both sides of that central line there that has the water totes in it. To the right of the side of the screen next to the workshop is where all the blueberry plants are, and there's cover crops and some of the scarlet red runner beans, which Thea has already harvested. You can see the little building there by the large propane tank. That's the aviary where the non-releasable birds are. And now the area to my right-hand side, or to the top of the screen by the fencing there that's almost buried, is where the nursery is. So that's where all the plants that were for sale, and you can see the autonomous drone is making its way around so it doesn't bump into the small bare naked branches on the tree there. So this area here, I'll hope to make a video to share with you. Yes, this drone really does go around in here to show you what I've done. So I've healed in some black currants and some female persimmons. I've started some elderberry plants, and I healed in some other elderberry plants, 2-year-old elderberry plants. And then behind me you can see some of the potted plants. Back there, those are the thornless blackberries and all different ones. And these wood chips are brought down here. With all the rain that we've had, boy, it's really been tough. The ground is so soft. So right now I'm right next to the black currants, heading away from it. I thought that the sun came out for a little while. It was popping in and out between the clouds. You can see the dark clouds in the upper right-hand corner there, out over Lake Ontario. I'm walking along the swale. This swale brings the water that runs down the west side of our property down around to pond 5. And we're heading back up towards the workshop area near where the blueberries are planted inside the western garden plot. And I can't remember which way I go here. So I'm going to reposition it. Yep, use the wand, say go up here. All right, now that I'm up here, let's go backwards some. I look at my phone to see what the drone is actually looking at. Okay, back up. Yeah, that works pretty well. This Skydio 2 is pretty easy to get to follow me around, and I can tell it whether to follow me from behind or walk in front of me, or fly in front of me as I walk and all. It does have some challenges, especially when the leaves aren't out on the branches. And all that green that you see, that's bright green, that's all cover crops. We've had several hard frosts by this point, and the cover crop is still doing pretty well. Now you can get a pretty good idea of the workshop area there. And I'm walking in front of the workshop. It's sort of a bird's eye view of the garden areas. I think, as I recall, I think we do walk out a little ways. Now I'm repositioning, taking my little wand here and saying going over in this direction. And now you can see, from the skyline view, the garden areas. And I'm not sure what I'm doing. Am I telling it to come down closer, or am I just moving the drone to the west? So right now the drone is in a westerly direction, looking somewhat east. Now it's looking northeast. And so the different colored green that's closest to me is the winter rye there, and the rest is all various, a mixture of mustard plants in each one of those gardens. And of course all of this cover crop is just refeeding the soil, the microorganisms within the soil, and those and it's helping to prevent erosion. Now this time of year we get lots of rain, and then we get the snow, and then the snow melts, so it's a very wet time of the year. And then during the winter months things get pretty dried out. You can see part of the canal system there. That's a bioremediation canal system in the upper right hand corner going to pond 3. And at the top of the screen now is the hugelkultur terrace, and then that separating between me and the hugelkultur terrace is the sediment collecting canal system. In the lower left hand corner of the screen are the handicapped strawberry beds there. And you can see the rain gutter there as well. So now the drone is directly over the hugelkultur terrace, which eventually I'll be planting that area, but I'm giving all that woody material time to break down. And now I'm walking along the outside of the dog run, Hank's place to hang out during the times when he's not out in the fields with us. And those are a couple of red maple trees, real pretty trees. At this time of year, all of the maples have absolutely gorgeous foliage. And again, you could see part of the sediment collecting canal system on the which was the right-hand corner of the screen, but now lower right-hand corner. I'm walking by thyme. That's part of our herb garden. I still have to finish that whole area, and I have to clean our siding off and the roof off. There's lots of work to be done around here, which I just haven't gotten to yet. The garage area, the mudroom connecting to our house. You notice there's only one window on the north side of our house. That's because the house, again, is a passive solar home. The windows are pretty high at a second-story level on the western side of the house because the garage would block the sunlight from coming in any lower windows. More maple trees here, navigating around the maple trees. And I guess we're going to walk through the same area again right now. A bit boring, but you get a perspective of how things actually look from an elevated perspective. You can see the weed mats I had pulled back between each one of the beds, and as you know, if you've been watching the videos for a while, we grow only in our permanent raised beds. We grow single rows. We don't do multiple rows like most people who do market gardening do. Market gardeners want to maximize the amount of growth they can get out of every single bed. So I'm about to walk between the two elephants here, and that's where the bioremediation canal systems connect. So I guess I come down closer. I think I come down to almost walking height here with the drone in just a moment. Otherwise, it's just watching an old fart walk around in the property. Not the most entertaining or informative perspective right here. Come on, Kevin, turn around and tell the... Yep, okay, it's time. Bring me down, Scotty. Okay, so that's pond 4, and of course now the overcast from the clouds above. And this is always a challenge, wondering how the drone is going to navigate around all of these trees. I'm not controlling it at all. It's following me and avoiding any obstacles that it's trying to avoid any obstacles that it could actually run into. So I'm trying to give it a challenge here now to see how much I'm going to trust this by shooting images. Okay, so that's a really tight spot to go through. I look back to see, are you going to make it through there? What's going on? Do I need to intervene here? I guess I have to intervene. Oh, Christ. I'll walk a little bit further and see what does happen. Oh, you made it. Good guy. So the drone, given enough time, it figured out the path to go through. It's much more challenging this time of year because once the leaves have fallen off of these smaller, more slender branches, it has to detect those and not jump in the direction of another bare branch as well. So we're out in the food forest right now. That's a pawpaw to my upper right-hand side there, the white birch behind it there. Canadian hemlock to the left. Pears, apples, peaches, plums all over. We do have a row of blueberry bushes to the left of the screen that you can't really see. I've come through and started doing some pruning on these trees here. You can see those are the solar panels, the arrays out there. And yeah, the drone drops down low enough, and I thought I'd go through these areas and see just how well. That's one of the peach trees right there. Apples, plums. And the berry bushes are various currant bushes as well. There was an apple. It's another peach, another apple right there. So various, and the hoops you probably recognize from the blueberry bushes and all. So I'm pretty impressed with how well the drone is following me around here. I keep taking a gander down at my phone to see if it appears that the drone is still following me. There's the sugar shack and the woodshed on the outside of that. And we're going to walk around pond 6 now. I'm trying to remember, was this full yet, pond 6? It's been overflowing for quite some time now. Yeah, it looks like it was full because that's the drainage swale going down to pond 7. So that's pond 6 on the right hand side of me. To the left hand side of me is the another cover crop area. This is an area that I put the seed in when everything was still pretty darn dry. But that's the area to my left where the blueberry bushes will ultimately go. We'll have to put fencing up around this area to try and keep the deer out of it, because deer really do love the blueberry bushes as well. That's some of the wood I cut up this season from trees I dropped last season. I'm behind. I did sell my wood splitter and waiting. It probably won't be in for a couple more months. The new wood splitter, which can split wood much quicker. So I'm looking forward to getting that in. Nice oak tree here right in front of me. And to the left is all of our almond trees. So that's part of the almond tree food forest area. There's a swale that connects pond 5 to pond 6 that I'm walking along right now. So pretty interesting. And now I'm going to turn right and head back towards the honey hut rather, and down by the food forest. The fruit on those couple of trees there on the left are orange quince trees. These are persimmons to my left, white birch on my right. That's a cherry tree, and then a pawpaw there, right next to the cherry, right next to the pawpaw right now. And a pluot. To our left are some tulip trees and honey locust trees. To the right there, the colorful one is the sassafras tree. You can see the boat that I bought for the beaver pond. I never got in this season. I have to spend more time doing fun things, so hopefully this next year we'll get to do more fun things. That's the Hulk, the Takeuchi TL12 V2. So I'm pretty excited about that. That really has done a great job working around the property so far. So I'm sending the drone up in the air again. I was hoping we'd get a break of sunshine here, but it actually isn't as gloomy as it often is during our fall and winter months. So getting up a bit higher, it's actually a little bit interesting looking at things. I'm used to working around on the ground and not necessarily seeing everything as in relation to one another. You can see the tunnel that was the Scarlet Red Runner tunnel that was on our right hand side of the screen, upper right. And again, this wasn't intended to be posted, but I thought, what the heck, I'll post this since all the color is gone now. It's snowing outside, and it's really, really muddy and nasty out there right now. Again, I got to say that the Skydio 2 drone is an amazing drone. It actually does a fantastic job of obstacle avoidance and all. So I think what I'm going to do is bring the drone back down and grab it. That's what I think. Let's see what I do. Yep. Say come down to, let's say get about 6 foot off the ground. Now you can see the house and garage. You can see the southern facing windows. 2 foot overhang on the buildings to keep the sun from going into the upper second story windows during the hot summer months. Shade trees to cool the place during the summer months, and they're all deciduous, so the trees lose their leaves. The sun is at lower angle in the sky. Now I'm going ahead and say, don't follow me anymore. I'm going to come around and catch the drone. So that's the end of this video, folks. I just wanted to share a little bit of footage from the drone this year. Hopefully I'll get better at this and feel more confident, and we'll see what we can see. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye now.